I'm just truly outdone. These ideas in this book and this class, and not one policy or theory, can explain to me in full contextual view why Donald Trump has not been arrested nor referred to as a criminal. For instance, Omni string theory states that in order to learn criminal behavior, one is to be in an environment that promotes such deviances. Maybe because everyone almost always associates these deviances with the poor and the impoverished people, not the rich and wealthy. These deviances are not only to be applied to the poor and the impoverished, but the rich and the wealthy also. I'm under the impression that equality and justice are supposed to be free. Why is the obvious being overlooked? If President Obama would have taken the same course of action as twice impeached Donald Trump took that day, January the 6th, President Obama would have been in prison by now and long ago arrested. What type of justice is this for America, for the American people who have suffered from incarceration? Truly a separation in the justice system, and these ideas and theories I have been reading and listening to also. The Omni string theory states and says that social structure can pressure a person to commit a crime. The classical theory states that it holds people accountable for their actions. So if a person commits a crime, they held accountable for their action. So tell me, how can it that one person who has so much incriminating evidence against him still be allowed to campaign, mingle freely with his people, as he called them that day, people he fought the intelligence agents, the CIA, over, because he wanted to go out there in public and join those people like they were a gang? Such as the Chicago theory states, when you get together for a collective agenda, which they were rioting at the time, he wanted to go out there and join those people in rioting against the peaceful transfer of power. Supposedly had been a peaceful transfer of power that was supposed to take place. Many rioters have been arrested, but no one making over $250,000 a year. Only the poor and the impoverished. Clearly doesn't make sense. They didn't organize the riot. My example towards this is when Tookie Williams, a gang member who was sentenced to death for a gang-related murder, that they could not place him at the scene of the crime, nor could they prove that he had ordered a hit for the crime. But Tookie Williams was still executed by the state of California for less evidence of guilt than all the circumstantial evidence that they have blasted on the news and media pertaining to Donald Trump and his actions that day against the United States government. Thank you. And that's all I wanted to say. I do enjoy this class, but some of the things are kind of depressing. Not to bring anyone down, I guess I was expecting to hear and see other things of importance, but most of the posts that I listened to, y'all referred to the theories, and all of them reflected poor and impoverished people. I know, but that's the only place that they get their examples from. I understand that. That's the only place that they got a lot of their materials for those theories from. But it's not just happening in impoverished neighborhoods. Criminal activity is amongst us everywhere, in all types of neighborhoods and environments. It's not until you get caught that you're labeled a criminal. And I just want Donald Trump to get his due justice. He wants to participate in criminal activity. He wants to participate and be a criminal and do criminal things. Then he needs to, in my opinion, suffer the ramifications that everyone else who is labeled as being a criminal is suffering. He need to be labeled a criminal also. That's all I'm saying. And he need to suffer the same repercussions that everybody else face for their actions.